Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today I am reviewing the Smith's PRS29-AM or Air Ministry from Time Factors. Smith's was a famous British watch company making watches from the late 19th century up until around 1979. Famous for being the other watch to make it to the summit of Mount Everest during Sir Edmund Hillary's expedition. Eddie from Time Factors bought the rights to the Smith's name and now produces some amazing timepieces. For a long time, I've been looking at smaller watches in the 36 to 38 millimeter range. I have a 6.5 inch wrist and generally prefer smaller watches, aside from the divers in my collection, which you may have seen if you follow my channel. So during this search, I found the Stover Marine Classic, in part thanks to TGV's review, and I thought long and hard about picking up one of these, but put off by the feeling that the watch was just a little too dressy for my taste. So when I found out about Smith's and Time Factors, I thought I would have to pick up a few of their watches, unboxing video of which I posted up last week. So today we are reviewing the Air Ministry, or the PRS29-AM. I'll put the specs up here on the screen so we don't have to list them all, but essentials are 36 millimeters diameter, 47 mil lug to lug, and 11 millimeters thick. The watch is currently listed at £405 plus shipping, and at the time of filming that works out to be approximately $500 US. The watch comes with a 2-year warranty, and if you want one of these, the best place to pick one up would be the Time Factors website. Although be warned, it's only open once or twice a month and for a very limited time at that. The case finishing is simple but mostly well done. We have radial brushing on the lugs and a simple, nicely brushed case sides. The only negative worth mentioning is that the screw down case back does have a rather sharp edge. You don't feel it while you're wearing the watch, but only really when you take it on or off. It's not a big deal, but it's there, so it's worth mentioning. The case back is engraved with the Smith's logo, serial number, model number, although the model number doesn't include the M of the Air Ministry, which is strange. The NATO reference number, the movement, the anti-magnetic rating, and the water resistance, which is 10 atmospheres. Right, so given the dimensions, the watch wears extremely comfortably. It's small, it's light enough that you barely feel it, and although the lugs are a little bit on the long side for a case this size, they do curve down nicely, and even on my 6.5 inch wrist, the watch wears perfectly, as you'll see in hopefully some of the B-roll. We have this nice cream dial with the Smith's logo and the word England printed in black. Nowhere does it say made in England, because these are actually manufactured in China for Time Factors. So we have these simple Arabic numerals, also printed in black with very crisp minute track around the outside of the dial. The dial is to my eye flawless, and I love the classic simplicity here. It's a strong vintage military tool watch aesthetic, which is only helped by those beautifully heat treated blued hands. I'm not sure if you call these Dauphine or spade hands, but whatever you call them, they are stunning and absolutely make the watch, in my opinion. The crown is polished and unsigned, which is fine, although it would be nice to have the Smith's crown there or something. It doesn't screw down because this is a hand wind, manual winder, and the only negative here would be that the crown is rather small. I'm being nitpicky because there really isn't much to fault on this watch, but the crown is small and it digs in a little bit when you wind it. It's far from a deal breaker. The winding is smooth, builds up resistance as the watch winds, so you know when to stop. So far the watch is keeping time perfectly, running at better than 1 second a day. I also own the PRS29-AM, which will be getting its own video soon, that has the same movement and is performing just as well. So A+ for timekeeping. Power reserve on this was measured at 40 hours, but I'm conscious that I don't want to overwind the watch, which may account for it not hitting the stated 50 hours. Either way, 40 hours is great, so another A+ there. Now the watch arrives on this rather nice NATO strap, and features shoulderless spring bars, which I have somewhere. But not being a fan of NATO's, I bought this strap from Amazon. It is by Swiss Reimagined. It costs £20 delivered here in the UK and is the perfect match for this watch. I think the stitching clears the lugs, it's flawless, and the watch is not, the strap, sorry, is not too thick nor too thin, and it's supple enough that after only a couple of days it's comfortable. So a great match for this watch. You'd need to be careful that it's long enough for you if you have a very large wrist. It's not the longest strap, but if you have a very large wrist, you're probably not buying 36mm watches with 18mm lugs, so it should be okay. Overall, this watch is an easy recommendation for me. The fit, finish and performance and the overall look of the watch are excellent, especially for the price point, which I think makes it good value. The feel is more vintage tool watch than dressy, but you could easily dress it up with the right strap if that's your thing. So if you can get your hands on one, I don't think you'll regret it. A great watch at a great price. As ever, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate all the views, likes and subscribes, and I will reply to as many comments as possible. So please leave any requests, comments or suggestions down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Right, so that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.